All right, so today's question comes from Natalie. Natalie says, I just can't understand how to connect with Apple Podcasts. Do you have a video on how to do that? Well, I did not at that time. She's watching this video here if you want to check that out about Libsyn. So let's go ahead and get into it because you're going to want to know both of these things. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely watch that if you haven't picked a podcast host. But let me show you how, because this question's come up a lot, how to connect with Apple Podcasts. It's super simple. People tend to overcomplicate it. It's really not that bad. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so when you go to your Libsyn account, let's say use Libsyn, and then I assume Anchor and some of the others are somewhat the same, but regardless, the general theme of it is you want to have what's called an RSS feed, and you want your classic RSS feed, which for Libsyn, you go to Destinations, and then you'll just grab that feed here, copy and paste it, right? Now, there are other opportunities, by the way, while we're here, to go ahead and add, and I talk about this in the Libsyn video that I mentioned, to connect with all the other ones, right? So some will automatically connect. The cool thing about Libsyn is you can hit add new, and you've got all of these potential options of places you could connect to. Libsyn does a lot of them automatically, but there are some that you have to manually go ahead and say you want to add, like iHeartRadio, and some of these, honestly, I've never even heard of. But what's cool now is you can actually add your Spotify directly right here, which was not the case before. So some of these are really simple. Apple kind of requires an extra step. So what you'll do then is go to podcastconnect.apple.com. So it's Apple Podcast Connect. You can literally just type that into Google and it'll pop up. It's going to ask for some basic information, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to save this. Okay, and then once you are logged in here and you submit your information, you'll see the shows. Obviously, I already have 2 shows that are uploaded here, but you would add new. So you go to new show, add your show with an RSS feed. Right, so like we mentioned before, you're going to grab this RSS feed, which is super, super simple. You're going to add it with the RSS feed, and then boom, you'll go to copy and paste, and then hit add. That is literally it. That's literally all you have to do. The process from that point forward, it takes like maybe 48 hours. I've seen it happen pretty quickly. I would recommend that you have like 5 episodes already recorded and uploaded to your host. So when you connect, you've already got 5 episodes that people can listen to. It also is going to help you with new and noteworthy status too. If there's like, hey, just 1 episode and that's it, then that's probably not conducive to their listenership, right? So I would do a episode 0, which is basically just an introduction to the show, followed by at least 4, possibly even 5 episodes you've already recorded that are uploaded to your host. You just haven't connected them yet to a player like Apple. So when you get submitted to Apple, boom, you've already got that there. Now, just some advanced pro tips while we're here. There is a section under Destinations. If you click on iPhone and iPad on Libsyn, you can add some other type things here, right? So icon images, background images, application description, stuff like that. I don't even know that really benefits you. As you can see, I don't utilize that. So what you're really looking to do, and this is what you'll do, and I talked about in the Libsyn video, is all of the details for your show are going to be populated right here. This will automatically push to Apple on its own. So once you set this up and you do that RSS feed, that's it. That's literally all you have to do. So it's super, super simple. Just keep an eye on the feed after the fact, or rather the app after the fact, just to see when it goes up. Try to get as many reviews as you can and people subscribing as you can in those first 8 weeks. That's really, really important. And that's it. You're good to go. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope this makes it clear because it's really not that hard, as you can see. All right, and I'll include those links below too, the Apple Podcast Connect. I'll include that link so you can just browse over and check that out. Okay, and for the rest of you, if you have business and or marketing related questions that you want me to dissect and discuss on the show, drop those in the comments below so I can use those to feature in another episode. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, hit the button for notifications, blah, blah, blah. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one.